Hi, I'm Stephanie Wiekstrom. I am a licensed counselor who specializes in relationships, and I'm the founder of the Counseling and Wellness Center of Pittsburgh. I'm going to talk a little bit about how to set boundaries in your relationships. Setting boundaries in your relationships is a vital way to ensure that you're maintaining emotional and psychological health while interacting with all of those who you love. If you do not advocate for your needs and your non-negotiables, it's unlikely that anybody is going to do that for you. Unfortunately, the people that most need to work on stating and enforcing their boundaries are the people who find it most difficult. People who are prone to people-pleasing, being highly empathetic, those who are drawn to narcissistic partners, especially because they have had narcissistic parents, those who've experienced abuse and neglect, especially in childhood, all become more likely to struggle with setting boundaries. When we don't set healthy boundaries, it becomes more likely that we will be mistreated, that we will accept inappropriateness and even imagine that we are to blame for it. If this sounds like you, some warning signs that you have poor relationship boundaries are: number one, if you end up apologizing, even when you haven't done anything wrong, it might be because you have poor boundaries. In healthy relationships, both people are responsible to make things right when they go wrong. Do you fear conflict and try to remain quiet when something is off because you don't want to make any problems? Making a statement about when something feels off is not causing a problem, it is responding to it. Do you give up on stating goals or needs in your relationship because it doesn't make a difference anymore? If you repeatedly state the same thing 10, 20, 30 times, it's possible that the only way to have a relationship with that person is from a distance. Do you feel intensely guilty when you try to say no or ask for something for yourself? This is a great indicator that you struggle with setting boundaries. To set a healthy boundary, be ready for some pushback. People don't always respond well to changes, especially changes that disrupt the status quo. You will need to state your boundary and then enforce it by repeatedly reminding those in your life about them. Certain things like safety, honesty, transparency, these are more than boundaries. These are a minimum requirement to earn space in a healthy person's life. You should be honest and direct about what you need by using the phrase, "I need," for example, more time to myself. It should be a constructive statement and not a negative statement like, "I need more time with you," instead of, "I need you to stop staying out with your friends all night," right? Do you see the difference there? The journey to creating a healthy relationship, it takes courage. Saying no is often more difficult to say than it is to hear. Allow yourself to feel guilty, but remind yourself the guilt is the way you feel because you care about others' emotions, but that you need to care about your own needs too. Saying no, or "I cannot allow myself to experience this," is a way to invest in the relationship and preserve it. In healthy relationships, we are able to say no. If we cannot say no, we're not in a relationship, but we're practicing servitude. We end up being resentful and passive-aggressive when we feel that we do not have a choice in our relationships. So, thanks for tuning in. I'm Stephanie Wiekstrom. Be well.